Bob, the weekend's almost here. A lot of people are looking forward to just some normal weather.
Absolutely. Normal weather, and there'll probably still be cleanup, obviously, but it gives us a break, too. You know, we've been tracking these storms, and unfortunately, this is an active season already, and we still have 2 months to go, more than 2 months. We've already had 11 named storms, 6 hurricanes, and 4 major hurricanes. That's what's incredible, 4 major hurricanes. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple more majors out there. You can see the next name up is Lee and then Maria, followed by Nate and Ophelia. Well, Lee's not too far off, as we showed you earlier in the newscast. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but you got to look at the bright side. The rainbow, Erica Jackson snapping this up in Braden, and at least partial rainbow. Appreciate that, Erica. And the tower cam getting that rainbow as well. Another one from a different perspective. In Lakewood Ranch, you'll see it just briefly on the right side under the web there. And I'll tell you what, we are looking at some nice weather tomorrow. We'll see a chance for a little bit more coverage of storms scattered about. Boy, big action tonight into the central part of the state and along the East Coast. And it looks as though still some light rain lingering here. This line, by the way, was really intense about 5 hours ago, but that has since weakened. And you can see that heavy rainfall now into, looks like Highlands County pushing off toward the east. No threat of any heavy rain here tonight. A few sprinkles are not out of the question, though. And that rain continues to push off to the northeast with it being rather heavy. Well, the dry air is still around, but it's eroding away. You can see that quite clearly on the loop here. And this upper level low continues to spin off to the northeast right now. So no threat of this developing into anything at all here along the Sun Coast. We have quite a bit of clouds there, but not a lot going on with it. Currently, we have 80 degrees and just a few clouds around. The pressure's come up slightly now at 30.01 inches. That's a good sign. Winds are out of the east-southeast at 7, and the heat index at 86. I know that's tough to take when you got no air, but 88 degrees now. The high was, that was the high today. 89 is our normal. 74 right at it this morning. And we did get 0.72 of an inch of rainfall at the Sarasota Braden Airport. It is really pushing our monthly total up, and obviously our yearly total at 58.12 inches. Forecast tomorrow does call for a few showers, a few scattered storms. Looks like mainly later in the afternoon and evening. I think a little bit more coverage too, and we don't need the rain, especially near those rivers and streams. This is the satellite imagery that's showing a very active period right now across the Atlantic. We have hurricane, well, soon to be Hurricane Jose. And that's going to go back into hurricane status. And then 2 systems. This one has already become now a tropical depression. This one will become a tropical depression, if not storm, in the next 5 days. It has a 70% chance of moving to the northwest, unfortunately, toward the northern Leeward Islands or somewhere around there. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Tropical depression 14. This will become Lee, it looks like, moving to the west-northwest at 12 or 22. The pressure's at 1010. And forecast cone of uncertainty does do a little bend at the end, which may be good, but it could still be down there, as we've learned with Irma. So if it's down there a little bit further, it'll stay on a more westerly course in time. Well, the satellite imagery of Jose continues to show a lot of shearing going on, but it's still holding firm, which is pretty surprising with the amount of shear that's taking place throughout that region. The tropical storm Jose at 70 miles an hour. We'll see it eventually develop into a hurricane again, and then it looks like for certain will pass between the United States and Bermuda. But then after that, there's some question. It could be on the left side. The UK Met has it further off to the left, and while the other models are more reliable into the middle there of the cone. Well, temperatures around the U.S., 71 in Boston now, 72 in Toronto, 71 in St. Louis, 85 in Dallas, and 66 in Albuquerque, 53 in Minot, and 71 in Atlanta. For boaters, it looks to be pretty good once again. A light chop out there. Winds will be out of the east, switching around to the north-northwest at 10 knots, and we'll have just a light chop. The water temperature at 86 degrees, and the UV index will be at a 10 tomorrow. So good beach day and good day again for outdoor activities such as cleaning up. I know a lot of people are done with that. Low tide at 2:31 in the morning. The high tide will be at 8:21. And another low tide at 5:04. Sunrise will be at 7:16. The forecast tonight, partly cloudy. Still a 20% chance for an isolated shower or two. 77 for a low. And then for tomorrow, expect a better chance for those scattered afternoon and evening storms at 50%. We'll drop it off to 30% on Saturday. And then all next week, kids go back to school. And that will be pretty nice. We'll have temperatures in the low 70s on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the wake up. So that'll be pretty nice. Scott?
It will. Thank you, Bob.